Meow and purr. The kitties received a gift. Kitties. Cat treats. 4-count variety pack. And these are the big bags. Let's open the box. Yeah, see? It's a mega bag of chicken and a mega bag of mix-ups with called catnip fever and a mega bag of Surfer's Delight mix-up. It's Hubby-Dum, tuna, shrimp, and salmon flavor, and a mega bag of creamy dairy flavor. And all the cats came a running. I think I'll start with the catnip fever, which is chicken, catnip, and cheese flavors. Yes, kitties. I'm opening your treats. Hang on. Oh, they're all gathering around me. You know, if cats had thumbs, they wouldn't need us. They'd open their own cans and bags. Sweetie and Tutu. Let's see if I can get them on camera. There they are. Sweetie's the black one, and Tutu is the gray and white tuxedo. Hi, Sequentia. Yes. Tora, you want some? There, here you go. Oh, where's 3C and Smokey Sue? I wonder if Smokey ran out while I was bringing in the box. She's usually right here for treats. Welcome in, Sequentia. This was going to be a quickie, but oh well. Coincidentally, my order of cat treats arrived today as well. These are little bags, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Let's see. There's backyard cookout with chicken, liver, and beef. 2 of them. And then there's Surfer's Delight, 2 of these. Tuna, shrimp, and salmon flavor. And 2 catnip fever with chicken, catnip, and cheese. So, sorry, the cats hit the jackpot today. Tora, are you going to say hi to your adoring fans? She's turned her back because there's an interesting noise next door where some construction guys are working. They're also cleaning yard mess from the squatters who left several months ago. Someone has bought the house and is getting it fixed up. Let me get these put away so I don't trip on them and break another leg. Come on, come on, come on. All right, you guys go in there. And you guys go in here too. Yeah, except for the one that's open. Wow. You see, if I don't hide the cat treats, the cats claw them open while I'm sleeping. And the other day they clawed open my M&Ms. They didn't want them, of course, but they scattered a bunch of them all over the floor. Well, hi, Smokey Sue. You finally got here. Smokey. No, she doesn't want the treats. She just wants to go into the window. Well, I'm putting treats in the usual spots so the cats can find them if they feel like it. Hi, Dawn. Well, they are getting their treats. They really like those lickables, but I don't. It's a real hassle to give them lickables, and they're too expensive. Oh well. Anyway, I was not planning to come on live, but then I got that package. I got lazy and made Jiffy Pop popcorn. Um, I burned a bunch of it. I don't mind if it's burned, but half of the popcorn never popped, but I could tell it was burning, so I took it off the stove anyway. Well, Tutu found the treats. Hi, sweetie. Oh, well, that's one of the documents I was looking for. Which other ones did the cats knock off the table where I put them? I've had, um, I'm trying to do my taxes. I actually have to do income taxes because every time I apply for help paying the outrageous winter heating bills, they demand a tax return, a copy of my income taxes. And people who don't have any income can just write 000 and sign it. But I have a tiny bit of income that's well below the uh, where I would pay, where I would owe income taxes. It's like about 300 a year. But I have to fill out a Schedule C for the money I get selling books on Amazon. And then they demand that I fill out this form that includes, well, how much Social Security did you receive and how much of that is taxable? And any other adjustments to your income. I don't know why they get away with saying they're simplifying income taxes when it's 6 more pages of forms than it used to be. And if you have an amount on this line, you have to fill out that schedule. So my mind is kind of discombobbled. Tora says she doesn't have to say hi to her adoring fans. She already got treats. So she'll stay with her back to us. Tori, you're getting fat. There she is. Say hello. She says, no, I'm busy. Well, Sweetie's in the window, but I don't think you can see her through the glare. She is there. Yes, she is. Aw. Tora, say hi. Say hello. She says, where's my treats? Come on, lady. Okay. Where'd I put the bag? Um, Here it is. Okay. Yeah, they're just kitty cats. Yes, they are. Oh, Tutu came back. Where'd Tracy go? I thought she was in the house too. 3C is 3CPO. Yeah, Tora poses for the camera if she feels like it. Smoky Sue usually hogs the camera. She's apparently thinks she's a fashion model. She's got the long, fluffy gray fur. It's okay, Tora. They're just working on the house again. They've boarded up the window where people were sneaking in. It's one of those windows that slide sideways. And you know, they could have just put a dowel or a small piece of wood in the track to stop the window from opening. But instead, they boarded it up. Oh, the weather. Rain, rain, rain. It started raining yesterday and it's still raining today. And they say it's going to keep raining till Friday night or Saturday morning. The worst part is it's cold. This is almost April, and our high temperature is around 50 Fahrenheit. Let's see what that is Celsius. It ain't much. 50 F2C 10. You'd think I'd remember that I've looked it up so many times, but I don't. Pennsylvania got a thunderstorm. But it was 80 degrees on Saturday. Now, on Saturday, it was somewhere between 60 and 70, which was nice after days when it was 40. I got an itch, probably cat hair up my nose. Yeah, it's more of a tickle than an itch. Anyway, Saturday it's supposed to get reasonably warm to about 60. I don't know whether we'll have another storm after that, but it's not supposed to be this cold. Maybe in March, but not in April. Have I seen the video of Jon Stewart getting told the bureaucratic process to supply high-speed internet to rural areas in California? I don't know whether I've seen that particular video, but I do know that they allocated the Biden administration. I think Kamala was in charge of this, figures. They allocated like a couple $1 billion to providing high-speed internet to rural areas in the whole country. And you know how many people got internet? 0. Now, in California, it's impossible to do anything. For example, if you want to remodel your house, you have to have a permit. Well, you pay something like $1,200, over $1,000 anyway, to apply for a permit. And of course, they deny your permit and keep the money, because our county is like that. So you appeal, and that costs you more money. And they deny you again. So then you go to court, and that costs you more money plus a lawyer. Uh, just to remodel your house. I can't even put an awning over the doorway to keep the rain off me when I walk inside, because you have to have a permit. Well, the internet suppliers give up on California's regulations. They're designed to collect money without ever letting you do anything. California alone could supply the whole country with energy, with natural gas primarily, but also oil and, well, not so much coal. We also have vast mineral supplies. And nobody's allowed to get them. So, of course, we can't use them. No, 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 the environment. It all has to stay in the ground, only it doesn't stay in the ground. There's these, somewhere between Sacramento and Redding, I forget, no, between Redding and the coast, something like that. There's this weird valley or plain between the coastal mountain range and the Sierra Nevada, something Butte. That spot alone has enough natural gas to supply the whole state, and then some. But they're not allowed to drill for that natural gas, so it just regularly seeps up out of the ground, and from time to time it catches fire. And there's these little tiny blue flames all over the place around these little buttes, which are actually they're hills, not mountains. Buttes are usually mountains. And by the way, I've been told, I don't know for sure that it's true, but I've been told that butte, B-U-T-T-E, is French for boobs, breasts. Hi, Ditch, welcome in. My cat's got a gift from someone who watches me on YouTube. Oh, it isn't butane, Ditch, it's methane that we drill for. I'm not sure. They apparently separate the natural gas into methane and butane and propane, but when they're drilling it and pulling it out of the ground, they just call it methane. Methane is a carbon with 4 hydrogens, and ethane, without the M on the beginning, is a carbon with 8 hydrogens. It's 2 carbons stuck to each other plus, is it 2 carbons? Yeah, 2 carbons with a double bond, and I can't remember my chemistry. I've lost it. Okay, let's see. Ethane molecule, not T, LE diagram. Here we go. It's 6 hydrogen. One, two. Okay. I'll show you ethane molecule. Right there. And right there. It's 2 carbons and 6 hydrogens. See, I could have sworn that carbon had 6 bonds. It has 4. Man, I'm losing it. Okay, now let's try methane molecule. Methane molecule diagram. Yeah, methane is 1 carbon with 4 hydrogens. Like that. You make sure you get to see it. Yeah. Now let's try ditches butane. Butane molecule OLECU diagram. Ooh, that's. I'm gonna have to click on one. Wow, that's 10 hydrogens and 4 carbons. Amazing. Freeman is dealing with the VA. Oh, and hi Angus, welcome in. Well, I wasn't going to stay on long, but as long as you're all here, I didn't even notify anyone. Poor Freeman dealing with the VA. Oh, so we got Ditch and Angus and Etsy Quentia and Don Burnham. Hi, Witta. Oh, and Screaming Crane is here. Well, I put it away now, but my cats received a gift from a lady named Carolyn who bought them treats on Amazon. 4 mega bags of kitty cat treats by Temptations. Oh, does the wrench help you notify people, Ditch? I had no idea. So I got Witta and Angus and, oh man, amazing. Well, let's see, what else is happening in the world? It's raining and cold. The cats don't even want to go out. I don't blame them. Let's see. Temperature. The computer. Let's see what the phone says. 54? It feels like 30, honestly. Every time I have to step outside, like to bring in a box from the delivery, United Parcel, I just gotta get back in. It's icy. Oh man, Ditch, you're a show off. 73 Fahrenheit. That's a good, comfortable temperature. It's 3:30 in the afternoon here, and I'm cold. Oh, and my sister-in-law played something on Words with Friends. Oh dear. Oh, oh, okay. I have to play a word. Let me see, there's 0 letters left. I can put an M in front of a Y. Um, Maw, M-A-W. That's a word for some kind of mouth. Too hot for a ditch at 73. Define maw, M-A-W. The jaws or throat of a voracious animal. Informal, the mouth or gullet of a greedy person, greedy for food. Oh, they mentioned cheese. Yeah, but it's a specific kind of mouth. It's a voraciously hungry mouth. It's 78. Well, yeah, it is in Florida. Of course it's 78. That's cool for you guys. Oh, I'm getting itchy. So I blame the cats. It's got to be their hair. Their hair. All over the house. Oh, man, what? Oh, here it is. Cigarette went out. Had to relight it. Um, wow. Anyway. And I had just ordered cat treats too, so. But the gift was very special. It was these mega bags in 4 different flavors. Ah. And last week I snagged a pair of Levi's off of eBay. You know, they're secondhand, but good condition. And including the shipping, they came to $25 and some cents. Do you know what new Levi's cost these days? I can't. If I could afford them, I wouldn't buy them. $80 for one pair of jeans, and those are the cheap ones. No, thank you. Anyway, they're at the post office, and probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'll have a ride to go pick them up. I have difficulty finding jeans that fit me because women's never do. And the men's, it's really hard to find a 28-inch waist. So I settled for a 30-inch waist, but they're slim fit, so they should be okay as long as I wear a belt to keep them up so they don't fall down. Oh, Ditch only wears track pants. Well, I get jeans for the pockets, so I don't have to carry my 10-ton purse around. I can put everything in pockets. But I do like sweatpants, except I can't carry stuff in those pockets. It always falls out. Well, this is blue jeans for 25. I did buy shoes on sale at Zappos, and they were $35 plus tax, so still under $40, and the shipping was free, and they're brand new. Oh, hi there, Morgan. Welcome in. Greetings and salutations. Morgan, I had a Morgan horse once. Well, she was half Appaloosa and half Morgan, and boy, was she a brat. I only bought her because my son wanted her, and he already had a little buckskin horse, more of a pony, and he was getting too big and heavy for Misty. the little buckskin pony. Oh, yeah, never thought of that, Screaming Crane. Painter's pants have extra pockets, but they don't look like cargo pants. Yeah. What's my favorite dinosaur? Dino from the Flintstones. But in terms of real dinosaurs, probably I don't think it is a dinosaur for real, but Archaeopteryx, the bird, supposedly the ancestor of birds. It had feathers, but probably couldn't fly, maybe could coast. Well, welcome in, Anthony. See what happens when I think I'll just do a 5-minute video and leave. It's easier to go live than it is to record something and wait for it to upload. Now, I think ostriches, especially, and kiwis must be dinosaurs. I think birds are dinosaurs. Oh, Ditch likes the raptors. Well, in my book, Fallen Angels, there's a description of a pterosaur of some sort. I call it a dragon. I also call the T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, a dragon. Because I was really thinking that the T-Rex's arms are so small, they must have had wings with cartilage that, rotted away and just left these little bony arms behind. Kind of like bats. Bats have very short arms, but their wings extend way beyond their arms. Their hands are like in front on the forward-facing surface of the wings. Oh, a raptor is now a turkey? I've never had to deal with a wild turkey. But one time when I was coming home the back way, through the forest on a winding road, I had to stop and wait for a pair of turkeys who were mating in the middle of the road. The turkeys had pretty much disappeared, so some hunters brought in new wild turkeys and turned them loose so they'd have something to shoot and eat at Thanksgiving. Australian roosters are ornery? What's an Australian rooster? Oh, I guess turkey roosters? I don't know. No, chicken roosters. Roosters are male chickens. Depends on an emu. Oh, the emu is a flightless bird, isn't it? It's the ostrich of Australia. Okay. Emu. EMU. Today. Emu. A large flightless bird native to Australia, known for its speed, shaggy plumage, and distinctive booming calls. It's the tallest native bird in Australia. Now let's see what a kiwi is, because I said kiwi and I'm sure that was wrong. Kiwi. Yeah, it's a flightless. There's a bad word in that link. native to New Zealand. I had a cat named Kiwi. Kiwi was a Manx. She had about 1 inch, a 1 inch long tail, but she wasn't pure Manx. Her mommy had a tail. Moo's the legendary relative. Moo, legendary relative, emu. Let's see if Google knows. Password clue. I'm turned off. If the screen went blank, it's because I closed Google without unsharing the screen. Oh, legendary relative of Kiwi. Okay. When I see Mu, M-U, like that, I think of the lost continent in the Pacific. Do you know where Malibu got its name? It was where, in ancient times, the Native Americans would stand on the cliffs by the shore and look out across the ocean, and they could see the continent of Mu. And they would go back and forth by boat and trade for stuff, food, clothing, all kinds of goodies, jewelry. Anyway, I didn't prepare anything because I was just going to show off the cat treats that a nice person sent me. I'm still working on where to put my new toaster oven that someone gave me. I kind of did a short video of it on my cooking channel, Kitchen Challenged Cook. I still have the box. It's an awesome toaster oven. It uses heat lamps to cook the food. And the toaster part, as you can see in the photo, is on the top. So you don't have to use the whole oven to make a slice of toast. Ditch made a pizza with his toaster. I'm still working on how to make a decent pizza dough. I don't want to make like 10 pizza crusts all at once. I don't eat pizza that often, and my fridge and freezer won't hold it all. But I'm going to start, I think, with a 1/4 cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of warm water and put the yeast into that. And I know a lot of people say don't add sugar, but I like what sugar does to a pizza crust. For one thing, it browns better. Oh, you use pita bread. Good idea, Ditch. Anyway, then after, you see, I have to bloom the yeast. I keep it in the freezer. I've had it too long to keep it anywhere else. So I have to wake it up and make sure that it's alive. So I put for that amount, I think a quarter teaspoon of yeast, and make sure the water's warm to wake up the frozen yeast. And I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait. And when I'm sure that the yeast is alive, I'll add another 1/4 cup of flour. You want at least 2 to 1 flour to water. And I actually have a cheap little stand mixer that someone bought for me a while back. So I'll knead it in that with the dough hook. Saves a lot of work. And there's various cooks giving different advice on how long to let the pizza rest. But I'll just wait till it's doubled in size, the dough. Punch it down. They all say punch it down. And then put it in the refrigerator overnight, because by that time I'll be too tired to make pizza. But what I really need to work on is pizza sauce. I know it has tomato sauce. Most of the chefs on YouTube make it by taking canned peeled tomatoes, and smushing them with a smusher tool. I have one of those, I just can't find it. It's basically, well, you can use a potato masher or your hands, but the smusher thing is for basically for crumbling ground meat or minced meat if you're in Europe. Uh, so it makes small pieces for your meat sauce. If I could find it, that's what I'm going to use. Oh, Ditch used to make so many pizzas the Italians would be jealous. But since I don't have a pizza oven, I'll have to do as they do on YouTube and cook the pizza crust and then put on the sauce and toppings and cook it again. And by the way, I despise oregano, so I probably won't put it in pizza sauce, but I do like basil. Some people call it basil, but that always makes me think of Sherlock Holmes, Basil Rathbone. Yes, Screaming Crane, a little mini pizza for the toaster oven. You'd be surprised how big a pizza crust you can make with a total of half a cup of flour. And when I roll it out, I'll probably be adding more flour because it'll be sticky. The one professional chef that Chef Vincenzo of Vincenzo's Plate visited makes a pizza with really super hydrated crust, and it's sticky as all get out. You don't roll it. You pick it up and kind of let it stretch, and then you pick it up the other way and let it stretch that way, and you push it with your hand when it's on the cutting board. I don't think I'm skilled enough to do that, but I will try to make a rather wet dough. Oh, you thought I'd think of Faulty Towers because of Basil. Haven't watched Faulty Towers in ages. I really like Faulty Towers, especially the old military guy. Is he a general or a colonel? I forget. Oh well. And then the waiter who is so clumsy and inept. Colonel. Thank you, Anthony, and welcome in. I didn't mention the. Oh, okay, Ditch. I won't mention that. Yeah, Faulty Towers and Are you being served? And, oh, what's the one with Mrs. Bucket? Bouquet. the poor the poor pastor and his wife. And his wife always breaks the china because she's so nervous. Keeping up appearances. Thank you, Anthony. Now, my dad's second wife, who made a point of not being my stepmother, seeing as how I was grown up and married when I introduced her to Dad, she religiously watched Upstairs, Downstairs. I don't think I've ever watched it. I watched the first season of Downton Abbey, but I got fed up somewhere in the middle of season 2. First, they sent my favorite character to prison. The actor probably had other obligations, had to, disappear for a while. But then they killed off my second favorite character because he told them up front I'll only do one season, and when they tried to get him to do season 3, he said no. So they had to kill off his character, and I never watched season 3. Oh, Ditch didn't like keeping up appearances because he knows people like that. You poor thing. Hmm. Well, I don't know. I really need the jeans and the shoes that I bought. It's not like I'm going out and getting uh, things I don't need. What do you, luxuries? Well, I don't call them camel reds, but I call them camel filters. But yeah, the pack is red. And now they have something with camel points, but they want me to put an app on my phone by scanning the QR code, not putting anything on my phone, and it probably can't read a QR code anyway. I'm kind of curious about what the workmen are doing next door, but I guess they're replacing the or putting up new siding on the new construction. No, it isn't the cats in the background screaming Crane. It's the workman next door with a power drill and a hammer and I don't know what else. They're putting up new siding. Yeah, British comedy. Of course, it always sends me to Google to look up a few words, but I like British comedy. The cats are pretty much asleep. They agree with me that it is not a day to go outside. It's too cold and rainy. So I put out canned food for the stray cats because if I put out the dry food, it would turn into mush and they wouldn't want to eat it. So they got canned Friskies this morning. No, Anthony and Etsy Quinty, I haven't seen Dad's Army or LOLO. I used to watch Doctor Who religiously, but I was kind of losing it when they killed off Rose. Well, hi, Abigail. Welcome in. So, and then, I don't know, Doctor Who got kind of repetitive and kind of not so good. I don't know if they lost their good writers or if the writers just ran out of ideas. Hang on. It's not the cigarettes, it's the cat hair. Oh, really? Every morning I cough my lungs out, and then after my first cigarette, I don't cough at all. Hi, Jason. Welcome in. Ren is Jason. Oh, the BBC dropped Doctor Who due to poor ratings. Well, I think they made most of their money from Americans who have to pay to watch Doctor Who because, the British pay this tax to get the BBC. And Americans got tired of Doctor Who. Now, I'm all for a woman doctor. I wanted to be the doctor. But the actress they picked just wasn't right for the part. I'm not saying she's a bad actor, but she wasn't right for the role of Doctor Who. And they gradually, over the course of the new Doctor Who, kind of lost the Tom Baker idea of being mild-mannered and non-violent. So LOLO is on the risque side. Yeah, Ditch, they use several words too much. Abigail never watched Doctor Who. Well, the original show I started watching in the 60s. I think that's when it began. Obviously low budget. They didn't have a lot of good sets or costumes, but it didn't matter. It was entertaining. And then it disappeared for something like 20 years, and they brought it back, probably due to pressure from fans who wanted to see it. And it started out pretty good and big budget and so forth, and good writing. They even had an episode where the doctor came to America and dressed in an astronaut suit. But it's kind of gone downhill. Well, Tom Baker is the doctor. There is no other. Although I do like, I always blank on his name. It's a weird name. Per something. John Pertwee. But Tom Baker is still number one. Yes, Anthony, John Pertwee. I used to walk home from school as fast as I could go. I couldn't run the whole way, it was about 2 miles, but I'd walk as fast as I could so I wouldn't miss Doctor Who and um, Dark Shadows. Sometimes, see, I was in Orange County near Los Angeles, so, we saw it on a local Los Angeles stations. But sometimes, if I missed it, I could manage to tune in the San Diego station that ran the same show a half hour later. It depended on how you adjusted the rabbit ears on top of the TV. Yes, my age is showing. Sometimes, though, the San Diego station didn't have any sound at our end because the signal wasn't strong enough. The problem with sci-fi is people just want more and more lore. Okay. There was a new Doctor Who. Someone in chat said the BBC canceled it because it wasn't making money. But you can find episodes of Doctor Who all over YouTube and other websites. I think Netflix still has some of it. But just go to YouTube and search for Tom Baker or Doctor Who, but Tom Baker was the best. And he made a guest appearance on the new Doctor Who that was really awesome. The Doctor needed more power to save his home planet, so he called on all the previous doctors to come and help him. Well, they're pounding on something. I don't know if they're nailing it in or breaking it off. I can't see much through the curtain. There's a curtain over my door. Try to keep out some of the cold because my door is mostly glass and not the new, safety glass that's all weather, cold, temperature resistant and all that. It's old fashioned window glass because it's old. Oh, wow. My kitties are so happy. What, sweetie? Do you want more treats? Let's see if we can get you on camera. Where are you? There she is. See, you can see some of her white. She's a tuxedo kitty. She's pulling off a hunk of white fur that she's going to dump on my carpet somewhere. All right, you can have treats. Catnip fever. Chicken and catnip and salmon flavors. Okay, Tora. Tora's on the floor in the dark. Can't get her on camera right now. Well, I'm happy to have people who think of me. Oh, and whoever sent the toaster oven to me sent a cat carrying crate. A nice one. These were from my Amazon wish list. And Amazon shipped them in one box together. And the United Parcel guy had trouble bringing it up to my door. And I had to open the box outside and carefully get each item out, bring the two things in one at a time. I'm still, as I said, working on a safe place to use the toaster oven, but I did make a couple slices of toast in it. But I thought I could put it on the kitchen counter, but it's too close to the cupboard and it could set the cupboard on fire. So I've got to clear off the other end of the counter and put it there. Oh, thank you, Abigail. I'm I've done marvelously well this month. I'm no longer qualified for food stamps or SSI. Um, I'm on Social Security. I think my Medi-Cal might or might not be valid. I'm not like wealthy or anything. But it sure would be nice if we really do get a Doge stimulus check. I'm just worried that we really need to pay down the debt, the national debt. On the other hand, there's people living here. There's Americans who have debt that they could maybe pay off. Ditches on anti-social security. Drum roll. Or what do they call that when they, I guess it's a drum roll. When you hit the drums right after a joke is told. Rim shot. Thank you, Ditch. Ginger ale. It's called Canada Dry. I wonder if it's made in Canada. It should say somewhere. Well, anyway, there was a lawsuit years ago. People claimed that ginger ale, I forget which brand, they claimed that it did not have real. Well, the I know the Canada Dry has ginger extract. You really don't want a hunk of ginger in it. A few years ago, I had some real ginger beer imported from England. It was not alcoholic. Some varieties are, but I guess you can't import those. That was okay. I didn't want alcoholic ginger ale, but it was so strong, had so much ginger, I had to mix it with either Canada Dry ginger ale or 7 Up or Sprite in order to drink it. Oh, I'm sorry, Abigail. Autoimmune disease sucks. Yeah, last time I talked about that subject in 2020, they removed my video and issued a warning. But I can say that I still have a skin condition on both my arms. The skin cells on my arms die. They're supposed to, right? But they don't slough off. They're dying so fast in such numbers that they don't have time to slough off. I had a severe inflammatory reaction. It's like it's not psoriasis, but it might as well be. Anyway, inflammatory. It's like an allergy. And my arms turned bright red, and they were so hot I had to put ice packs on my arms because I couldn't touch them. And ever since then, I've had this bumpy stuff on both arms. Oddly, it's mostly on my left arm, but it is both arms. And I've tried moisturizers, I've tried scrubbing. I could scrub till I bleed and they'd still be bumpy. Oh, poor Abigail. Well, let's pray for you. I'm not going to pray out loud. That makes me uncomfortable. It feels more like showing off than really caring. Oops. I misspelled 4. What? I can't edit it? Okay. How weird. Maybe I was clicking the wrong thingy. No. I can remove it or pin it, but I can't edit it. That's weird. Eczema? I don't know for sure what eczema is. Eczema. Let's see. Did I misspell it? Oh, I left out the Z. Also known as atopic dermatitis, is a chronic inflammatory skin condition. Itchy, dry, and sometimes cracked or inflamed skin. Ooh, well, that could be what I have. Atopic dermatitis, eczema. Yeah, the skin is itchy, dry, rough, and scaly. I don't know whether I have brownish gray patches because I have freckles. Small raised bumps that can ooze fluid when scratched. I don't have those. I don't have the ooze, but I do have scaly skin. I don't think it's thick, but that's because I'm 70 years old. Your skin gets thinner as you age. Triggers: allergens, irritants, or food allergies. And stress. Okay. Well, food allergies that I never had before. I always had oh, hi, Thikimoto. Welcome in. I was always a little sensitive to eggs. I couldn't eat a lot of eggs all at once, but I made deviled eggs all the time, and I'd eat them, no problem. Now I'm seriously allergic to peanuts. especially peanut butter. Ditch looks like Count Orlok and doesn't care. Well, I never had eczema before 2020. I did have dry skin, but it wasn't severe, and I didn't have these bumpy things. Let's see. Oh, that sucks. Your nervous system is important. I'm not a doctor, I'm not even a nurse. I was almost a veterinarian, but I ended up teaching English. Go figure. Anyway, I do know that all the experts now are saying go ahead and eat fat, but make sure it's animal fat or olive oil, not these super processed seed oils. And they also say cut down on carbs. It'll even help you lose weight, they claim. And these are like doctors, including my doctor, by the way, but also the experts on YouTube, physicians and nutritionists are all saying now if you want to lose weight, don't cut fat, cut sugar, cut bread and starchy things. I can't do it. I have to have my crackers and raisin bread toast with cinnamon sugar. Man, that'll kill your whole day right there as far as calories go. A slice of raisin bread with cinnamon and sugar. Well, at least the butter's good for you. So, like I said, I'm not giving advice because I'm not the doctor, but that's what my doctor tells me. And I need to gain weight, but he said, well, you don't just want to put on fat, so give up the carbs, the sugar, the crackers, the bread, the pasta. He didn't mention rice. Yeah, I do like rice. I make a false rice pudding. I cook the rice and I don't drain it completely. I keep some of the water in it and I add butter and sugar, sometimes a little warm milk or cream. Rice pudding. Oh, yeah, 50 is not the new 20, but I'm 70 and I'm beginning to feel like I'm 50 again. My back is healing because I've been following my physician's advice, although I do have lots of better chairs. I love these things. They're awesome. And I keep telling myself, well, they have cheese. That's good for me. I'm supposed to eat as much cheese as I want. And being mostly Scots Irish ancestry, I can still digest milk. No problem. I usually add chocolate Ovaltine to it, but sometimes I just drink a glass of milk. Yeah, youth is overvalued. And when I was 20, I was a doofus, opinionated and often wrong. Oh, yes, Abigail, better cheddars are more than good, they're awesome. Uh, Sometimes I have the generic brand of crackers that are just like Ritz crackers, but cheaper. Uh, Most of all, I crave salt, and I don't have to worry about my blood pressure. It's always too low. Yeah, Ditch has got to run, and I'm going to have to run. What do I think about freak shows and sideshows? I don't like to look at freak shows. I feel physical pain looking at them. But as far as sideshows go, we have a small local theater group, and they put on plays. They've done Dracula and some of the old mysteries like The Hitchhiker and Cabin B13. And I could actually criticize some of the things they do in my reviews of their shows, but I don't because I want them to be successful. However, what was the last one? Cabin B13 and Sorry Wrong Number. Sorry Wrong Number was awesome because the lady playing the lead role was awesome. And the ending was changed. The ending, in the movie Sorry Wrong Number, the murderer kills the woman while the husband is frantically trying to warn his wife because he changed his mind. He hired the hitman and he changed his mind. And the murderer answers the phone and says, "Sorry, wrong number." Well, in this version with our local theater group, I'm sure it's okay to give you the spoiler because you probably won't ever come to Crestline and watch. Well, actually, they're in Lake Arrowhead and watch the play. In this version, the lights go out, you hear a bang, a really loud bang, and then the lights come back on, and the woman is holding a rifle, and the hitman is dead. Oh yeah, we have art festivals. We have uh, our community is so wonderful. We have farmers markets and a small town parade every 4th of July on the Saturday closest to the 4th. It's kind of a street fair. After the parade is finished, there are these pop-up booths all along our main road, which is Lake Drive, and you can buy all kinds of overpriced tourist stuff. But the food, oh, the food. Buddy's Barbecue. There will be a stand with carnitas and other stuff. Carnitas and other, tacos and so forth. I liked the one where the woman shoots the hitman a lot better because it was surprising. I already knew the play, I'd seen the movie. Uh, so I was surprised by the ending, and it was really great to see something different. But Kevin B13, this woman who inherited some money, just got married. She's on the ship going across the Atlantic for a tour of Europe, and her new husband disappears, and everyone tells her he doesn't exist. You came on the ship alone. And anyway, they think she's going crazy. She thinks she's going crazy. And then the guy who married her calls her room, her suite on the boat, and tells her to meet him by the lifeboats. And the thing is, he's planning to kill her. And the reason they thought she came on alone is because he was one of the crew on shore leave. So they didn't think he was with a passenger. And he just wanted to steal her money and kill her. He doesn't succeed. Oh man. We have all kinds of entertainment. You have to have a car to get there. Our bus service sucks, worse than most. It's like if you want to leave the mountain and come home, there are 2 times in the morning when you can go down the mountain, and 2 times in the afternoon when you can come home. And if you miss those 2 times, you're stuck down the mountain away from home. And let me tell you, the taxi cabs will charge you $100 to bring you home. The bus is like $5. Anyway, if you're able to, you can call a friend and say, please come get me. And the schedules on the mountain from Running Springs down to Crestline, they're a little better, but I used to go nuts. I'd take a bus up to see the doctor and then connected just fine. But coming back, the connection at the Stater Brothers in Lake Arrowhead, it was at least an hour before the next bus came to take you the rest of the way home. I'd shop at Stater Brothers to kill the time and get some food, but I still ended up waiting and waiting for the dang bus, and then I had to carry groceries from the bus stop to my house. And even back then, my back was getting really bad. And, I'd go for physical therapy and come out even more in pain. It's past midnight where Anthony is. You must be across the pond. I gotta go too. I've been on for almost an hour and a half. I was gonna do 5 minutes about the cat treats that Carolyn sent me. A gift for the kitties. Amazon delivered them, but there was a gift card in the box. I put it somewhere. I'm good at putting things somewhere. Constantly searching for things. Anyway, let's all pray for Abigail, or if you don't pray, send her positive energy and good thoughts. And let's see, thank you all and have a wonderful week. Wonderful, man. I'm good at typos. It's been great chatting with you. Bye. Thanks, Crane.